Welcome to my channel. My name is Bailey and I'm the owner of Goo Goo Goods. Today's video is going to be a craft fair prep vlog as well as just like a small business vlog, and I have 3 craft fairs that I'm preparing for this weekend. I have one on Friday, one on Saturday, and one on Sunday. The one on Friday is called Baldwin Park First Friday, and it's pretty close by to where I live, so it's not going to be a difficult one to get to. I'm a little bit nervous because I've not done super well at night markets in Baldwin Park, and I did have the opportunity to do the Art After Dark event again. If you watched last week's vlog, I did Art After Dark in Lake Nona and it was really successful for me, but I turned it down in lieu of doing the Baldwin Park one just because I had never done Art After Dark before, so I kind of like committed to doing the one that was closer and one that I had done before. So I hope it goes good and that I don't regret not doing the Art After Dark in Lake Nona, so we'll have to see how that goes. And the one on Saturday is the one on Saturday is one that I've never done before. It's actually just like the Christmas market for this church in Oviedo. So it's called like the Christ Awakening Winterfest, and it's going to be like in the mall parking lot, the Oviedo Mall parking lot. So I'm very interested to see how that goes. They sent out like a letter like telling everybody where they're going to be, and they only put people's names, not their business names. So I don't actually know what other businesses are going to be there. So it's going to be just a huge surprise to me, I guess, on the day of to see who's going to be there. And then on Sunday, I'm doing something called Light Up Sodo, and that's kind of with Milk Mart, but it's not Milk Mart. And I'll give you more information about that later on the week because I personally don't have a ton of information on that. But it's like a day market, and the same with the Saturday one. Those are both like 12 to 5. Actually, the one on Saturday is 12 to 5 and the one on Sunday is 2 to 6, I think. So I have very high hopes for this weekend, except for Friday, because I don't know. I want to have high hopes for Friday, but I have really high hopes for Saturday and for Sunday. So I don't have a ton of prep to do this week. I think mostly what I want to do is continue sublimating. I'm going to do the sublimation on the adult shirts today of the Florida Sunshine State, because people really like this on these sweatshirts, and I actually was able to just order some more of the different sizes of the cream sweatshirts, just a small. I really needed an extra large too, but they just had smalls available. So I have medium and larges, so I'm good on those sizes, but I need small and extra large. So I was able to order some more small sweatshirts, and I also ordered more toddler sweatshirts, and I also ordered youth sweatshirts because last weekend especially people really loved the mom tattoo sweatshirt, and I'll show you what that is if you are not familiar with that. Actually, I don't have any in here, so I'll put up a picture or a little video clip like right here of what they look like. And so those were a pretty big hit, but it's mostly the bigger sizes. So I decided, because I'm gonna have a lot of markets coming up that are kind of geared towards like children, and I'm gonna have one at an elementary school, so I thought I would make some in bigger sizes. So I ordered not only like a 2T through 7, but also youth sizes like extra small through extra large. So I'll have those to embroider this week, hopefully. I don't have a ton of time today during nap just because I got kind of a late start and like had to wash my hair, and it was like a whole thing. But so today during nap, I'm going to try to just sublimate these on a couple of adult sweatshirts, and I'm also going to unpack some of those boxes that you saw me bring in earlier. So that is a huge inventory delivery that I got today, so I will show you what it is. The delivery came in, it had 2 big boxes and 1 little box, so I thought I would just open up the little box on camera and open the big boxes later today to check them out to make sure they're good. It's all the same stuff, it's just like a lot of one thing, and it's a restock. Also, my favorite thing is that all the boxes say to have a certain side up, and they were all upside down. So thank you, FedEx, for that. Yes, they're all upside down. So hopefully that didn't like hurt them. I definitely see one down here that maybe doesn't look the best, but here is the box, and let's check this one out. Ta-da! So it's some more of like my cream tumblers. So I've been sold out of these for a while, so I'm very excited to have these back because I would consider these to be my best sellers. They were part of the first 2 that I ever had, so I've had them for the longest, but they definitely sold out quicker than most of the other ones. These did really good in that little storefront in Apopka, but if you watched my previous video, I am not going to be doing that anymore unless there is some change up there. But it came with its straw. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. I ordered, I think, 50 of these. So I need to just go through and make sure they all look good and that all the tops are good, because my first shipment of them, there were like 2 that the tops were broken. So yeah, so I am loving that, and I'm super happy to have those because I think people are gonna really like these back. Also, this actually leads me to a little bit of TikTok shop drama, and I don't think I've mentioned it on anywhere yet. So I have these on my Shopify, and my Shopify was linked to my TikTok shop. And I put in the description that these were like Stanley dupes. TikTok shop ended up flagging me for counterfeit items and shutting my shop down. So I'm in appeal for that right now because these are obviously not, I'm not selling counterfeit Stanley items. These are just tumblers that look like Stanley cups. They don't say Stanley. I'm not claiming them to be Stanleys. So I'm a little bit frustrated about that. But also, I was right in my gut and knew that nap time was going to be over soon, so I'm not actually going to be able to do any sublimation this afternoon. I'll probably have to wait until later on tonight to work on some of that because they are stirring and they are not happy, so I will check in later. It's Monday night, and I went ahead and pulled all of the blanks that I'm going to be sublimating the Welcome to Florida on. I just have 1 in each size. I've got 1 through 2X. So I think this is what I'm going to be working on tonight, and then after I'm done with this, I'm going to watch Monday Night Football. So just go ahead and get started. I just got done printing all of my shirts, and I definitely think that they turned out super good and vibrant. So that's all I'm going to work on tonight. And once again, like, you know, these are done with the 100% polyester shirts. So these are very smooth and very soft, and they won't wash out because they're polyester. So that's really good. I also just did a little test on this like spare t-shirt. I wanted to see to help me with placing my designs on stuff. I thought about, like, you know, using my marking pen to find like the exact like middle of it, so I don't have to just like rely on like these little plastic thingies or just like try to eyeball it. So I did this little test where I took my marking pen and like marked on my thing, marked on my t-shirt, and then heat pressed it because I wanted to make sure that like putting the heat press on it didn't do anything weird, like make it cause it to like stay in the fabric. And I did a test on it, and I sprayed it with the water, and it came out. So that's good. So that will definitely be helpful in the future for when I'm trying to make sure that I get the right placement, especially like with larger sizes. It's a little bit more tricky to like find like the midpoint and everything like that. So I definitely think that that is a good thing that I can use my pen to help place it in the right spot. So yeah, so that was a good test, and this was a good print job for me. So I will check in tomorrow and show you my fun surprise. Tuesday, and as you can probably tell by the lighting, it's actually Tuesday night. I had a lot of big plans today for nap time, but my kids decided that that was not gonna happen. So what I'm going to do tonight is actually practice a stitch out of a design that I got that I think is gonna be really, really cute. I know I said I wasn't gonna do any more Christmas ones, but I thought this was like the cutest thing ever, and I saw someone do it on TikTok, and I thought it would be a cute design to bring with me to the like kid events I'm doing. Also, I think that the Winter Fest that I'm doing on Saturday may also be a good market for these little designs. So I'm gonna go ahead and hoop a piece of practice fabric and put it on the machine and show you what it is. So here is the stitch out of the Rudolph and Clarice, and that turned out so good. I was a little bit worried about the colors that I chose. I was worried that the brown was going to be a little bit too bronzy or coppery, but I think that that turned out absolutely perfect. I think the game plan is to put this design on maybe the ash colored adult sweatshirt, and then maybe also do on one of each size of the dark gray toddler and youth sweatshirts that I have coming to my house tomorrow. So I think that's the idea. I may also put it on a kid's shirt. I don't know, it just depends on how much I want to do of that, but I think that looks super cute. So I showed my kids this and they demanded that I cut it out and let them have it. So I'm gonna cut this out, give it to them, and then I'll check in later while I do some more on the actual sweatshirts. Since I really enjoyed that stitch out and I'm ready to put it on an actual piece, I'm going to do a test tonight on a kid t-shirt and also one of these ash sweatshirts. So I'll probably start with the kid shirt because I am very interested to see how it turns out, because I am going to be using 2 layers of cutaway stabilizer, and then I'll use my Sulky Tender Touch on the back of it. So I want to test that first to make sure that that's something that I want to do, because it's not a ton of stitches and it wasn't like that bulky. So I think it might work on these little shirts, so I will test these out. So the first thing I did is I'm actually heating up my heat press, because I'm going to do that whole thing where I like fold my shirt in half to find the midline and then mark it with my marking pin. So I've got this heating up, so once that's ready I will press this and then I'll hoop everything. For the kid shirt, it's the same thing as when I did the mom sweatshirt. I have to use my little freestyle arm. So I'm gonna go ahead and hoop my 2 layers of stabilizer. Get this guy on there. I try to line up my middle crease line with this little middle part. I'll show you real quick. I try to just visually line up this press line with this little mark right here as best as I can. And then I just try to like visually and like I press down a little bit to see where my borders are and try to get that in the middle as much as possible. And then once I have that, I'm gonna use this and kind of just try to flatten it a little bit. And then I'll pull it a little bit just to make sure it's nice and taut. Ta-da! And because I have a laser on my machine, I can just move my machine around to make sure that I'm hitting this, and I can just do a trace to make sure I'm not hitting any of the borders. So let's just go ahead and put this on our machine. So I went ahead and scooted my laser over a little bit. I guess I didn't do the best job lining it up in the middle, but I did my trace and it's gonna be good. We're not gonna hit the hoop or anything like that. So we should be good to start, and the design takes about, wait for the trace to be done. The design takes about 26 minutes, which isn't bad, but I do it on like a lower stitch speed. And the way this file is like kind of silly for some reason. It has like, these are the same color, but they want you to use like 2 different colors. So I have to like stop it and switch my colors while it's stitching out, which is kind of annoying, but not a big deal. Change my bobbins, so just go ahead and get this party started. This would be the true reveal of how it looks. Try to get this guy out of there. That is so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. Okay, let me cut the stabilizer out real quick. I need to do some trimming of these threads. Some of the threads are like a little bit long. I'll just do like a rough cut. I'll do a little rough cut like this, and then I'll do my actual better cut and my tender touch. Maybe like in a batch. I just want to see what this looks like straight out the gate. Okay, that looks so cute. Oh my goodness, I love that. Let me hold it up a little bit. I don't think that looks too dense at all. I was like kind of worried about it, but that looks so cute. I need to like iron it a little bit maybe to get the hoop marks to be a little bit less visible. So yeah, so tonight I'm just going to do one more test on the sweatshirt, and I will go ahead and hoop that now. This is pretty much the same deal, but just instead of using the freestyle arm, I use the hooping station. So I've got 2 pieces of stabilizer. Perfect. And my sweatshirt. And this one I try to line it up with the line going down. Cool. Oop. I need to put more. And I'll pull it a little bit. Make it nice and taut for me here. Alright. And then once again, I will just use my laser to hit that bullseye. Ta-da! Cute! We had one little thread that needs to be cut that kind of sticking up there a little bit, but overall it looks really good. Yes, I am loving what that is looking like on that sweatshirt and on this little t-shirt. That's gonna be all for tonight, and hopefully tomorrow they decide to nap, because I would like to go ahead and try to get as many of these done as possible for Friday. So I will check in tomorrow. Happy Wednesday. As you just saw, I just got a big shipment of blank toddler and youth sweatshirts. So I got the Gildan kind of like dark gray ones, and then I have just some more of the other gray ones that are the rabbit skins. So this one is for the like toddler sizes from like 2T to 7, I think I got. And then these are youth sizes. So I've got youth extra small through extra large. And the goal of today is to try to get as many of these embroidered as possible, because I'm gonna put the Rudolph and Clarice on one of each sizes of this, and then one of each sizes of this again, and then also the ash. So I'm gonna try to get that started. I'm definitely not gonna finish it today. If I did, that'd be crazy, but I'm definitely gonna get started on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is press these to find my point that I want to mark. So just go ahead and do that, and I will show you it on the machine. So I've got my midpoint here, so I'm gonna measure down from the neckline the same amount that I do for the toddler like mom tattoo sweatshirt. So once I've got that mark, got that good to go, and I've already got my 2 pieces of stabilizer cut out, so all I have left to do is to hoop it. So this just finished stitching out, and it looks super cute. Okay, and so this is my pile of sweatshirts that I have went ahead and pressed to find my midline. So all I need to do for these is mark them, hoop them, and put them on the machine.
What's the angle? I'm not playing that game. It's the same business with a different name. Who's the target? Sorry, I'm not in the market. If I quit buying, you can't sell me anything. No thanks, I'll pass. I don't want any of that. I'll just take my chances.
I was able to get 4 of the sweatshirts embroidered. I've got one over here that I sprayed to get the marking pin off, and I've got it kind of like drying under the heating element of my heat press. So yeah, so I got these done, and I'm very happy about that. So tonight I'm probably gonna work on doing the darker youth ones, and also I would like to do a photo shoot. I've been meaning to do like a photo shoot of a lot of my new stuff for like a really long time now, but I think tonight I'm gonna commit to actually doing it. So yeah, so I will check in later and show you what we're up to.
Reminded, it's not much for peace of mind, my friend. If I quit buying, tell me what would happen then. No thanks, I'll pass. I don't want any of that. I'll just take my chances. No thanks, not now.
It's Wednesday night, and as you just saw, I finished up all of the youth sizes that I'm going to do. I'm just going to do like one of each size, so I'm all done with that. You can see, and I've been working on the adult sweatshirts. So this one is all done. I just have to cut the stabilizer, but I think I'm just going to put these on the machine and try to let them run tonight, and I will just check in tomorrow. But hopefully I'm able to get all of these done tonight so that tomorrow I can focus on doing the embroidery on the kids shirts. And then I would like to do the mom tattoo if I have time. I don't know if I have enough red thread for that, so I'll have to see. So tomorrow I'm gonna try to do the mama sweatshirts and the like the mom tattoo sweatshirts, and maybe some more sublimation for the events on this weekend. So yeah, so I will check in tomorrow. Happy Thursday. So today and last night I finished all of my kid Rudolph ones, and also I finished all of the adult sweatshirt Rudolphs. So today during nap, what I'm going to do is cut the stabilizer out of the back of these and those sweatshirts, and I'm also going to put some Sulky Tender Touch on the back of the kid shirts because, well, the Sulky Tender Touch is basically this fabric that adheres to the back of your embroidered design, and it's really soft. So because these are going to be on kids, I don't want the threads to be like itchy or irritating them, so that'll make it so they can't feel that. And I'm also going to go ahead and start embroidering some of the mom tattoo sweatshirts too, and try to get as many of those done. I did have a little bit kind of an annoying thing on my very last shirt. There was like an issue with like my red thread, and so Clarice's mouth is like a little bit not the cutest, or like, it's not that it's bad, it's just you can tell it's different from the others. So this one's just going to be kind of like an oopsie shirt, and I'll just like sell it for like a lot less. So I'm going to do that. Also, I've turned on my heat press because I want to give all of these a quick little iron so that the marks from the hoop aren't there. So yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. Actually just had kind of a silly mishap that actually is not a super bad mishap, but I forgot to change the thread color that I was using for Clarice back to the color I normally use for my mom tattoo. For the banner part, I usually use this like lighter color, but I accidentally left the Clarice color on, which is a little bit darker, but I think I like how that turned out. It's kind of like a more gold color than the original color, so I think I might just keep it like that and just use this color moving forward, because I think that makes it look almost like a little bit like cooler. I don't know. Yeah, so I really like how that turned out. So I have a ton more of these to make, and it takes like 40 minutes to stitch these out, so that's kind of a little bit, I wish it didn't take so long, but I'm going to be working on that. But while I take a little break from that and let my machine rest a second, I'm going to show you something really cool that I got in the mail. So this company reached out to me called Rose Forever, and they asked if they could send me these roses. And of course I said yes, because what girl doesn't want some cute little roses? But their whole thing is they specialize in like preserved roses. So they use like a mixture of some sort of like oil to make it so these are preserved, and they stay good for up to a year, and they don't really smell like anything. I'm smelling them. Yeah, they don't really smell like anything, but that's really cool. And they are vegan. All the oil and everything they use to preserve it is vegan, and also they have like satin and like velvet containers. Those are vegan too, but I chose like a clear crystal one because I thought if I wanted to show my kids, I would like for them to be able to see it and not be able to touch it. And I also like this container because you can put like little like keepsakes or like cute things in there. But yeah, I definitely liked that and thought that was super duper cute. And I know for me especially, because I have like, you know, 2 small children, my home isn't exactly like the epitome of what I want it to be in terms of like, I guess, cuteness and femininity, because there's just like essentially just a bunch of toys and just craziness going all around. So I thought that is such a cute little addition that kind of brings me back to center a little bit and reminds me that I'm cute and I like cute things. But I definitely love that. And I also thought maybe it would be a good thing to take to market sometime, just like as a decoration on like my shelf or something, if I could just like sit it and add like a pop of color. But yeah, they come in all different types of colors. I think you can get like yellow, you can get blue, you can get red. And they also come in more like designs. I just chose the heart because I thought that was really cute, but they have bigger ones, they have smaller ones, they have variety. So yeah, so I thought that was really, really cute. But they are offering you guys a $25 off coupon if you use the code Bailey25. If you want to check these out as like a cool like birthday present, Christmas present, Valentine's Day present, engagement thing. You can get that for your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your husband, or just you because you deserve it too. But yeah, I really appreciate that they sent that to me, and I am going to cherish these and love these and show my kids when they wake up because I bet they will think they're really cute too. But yeah, so thanks again to Rose Forever for sending me that, and I hope you like it too. But now my boys are starting to wake up, so I'm going to hoop one more of the blanks to make another mom tattoo sweatshirt, and I will check in this afternoon. It's Thursday night, and right now I'm just like working on cutting out the stabilizer out of the sweatshirts and cutting the jump stitches. But I thought that I would kind of like talk a little bit about the events that I have coming up this weekend. Also, I have like 3 more of the like youth sweatshirts to do. So I'm gonna try to work on those 2 when I'm done talking to you. And I also need to tag, like price tag the floral bouquet tumblers. So I'm packing a little bit different than I normally do in terms of like the tumblers and stuff like that, because I usually keep them in their boxes, but the boxes take up a whole bunch of space, so I can't put too many like in one bin. So what I've decided to do is, and I'll probably show you tomorrow when I am like unpacking and setting up maybe, but I basically made like a bubble wrap like container. So I took a bunch of bubble wrap and like taped it on the inside, and then I've got the actual tumblers themselves in, you know, the bubble wrap that they came in, and so I've got them laid in there like that, so I can essentially kind of like stack them on top of each other, so that way I can take a lot of tumblers, because I definitely think that the floral bouquet tumblers are gonna do good, because they did when they were like in stock. So I've got that going on. But so tomorrow, Friday night, I have the first Friday at Baldwin Park, and I'm a little bit nervous about that, because I could have done Art After Dark, and I did Art After Dark last week, and it was really, really good for me. And before I knew how good it was gonna be, I had already been accepted to the Baldwin Park one, so I emailed the people who do like the Art After Dark and like let them know that I had already committed to the Baldwin Park one, so I had to cancel on that. But I've never done like super good at the Baldwin Park one. Like I've done okay, I've done not bad, but not nearly as good as I did at Art After Dark last week. So I'm hoping that this week is different, but I'm also a little bit kind of stressed out about it, because I talked to some other vendor people who did, I guess it wasn't a first Friday they did the other day. It was like a day market that was supposed to be in the day, but then it was a night market on a Saturday for Baldwin Park, and they said it was dead and that nobody was there. So I'm a little bit stressed about that. But then Saturday I have a completely different type of thing. It is run by a church, and it's like a church winter fest situation at the Oviedo Mall in the parking lot, and I have a feeling that that's going to be really good, because I was looking at the map, and there's like food trucks, there's like a petting zoo, there's bounce houses, there's a rock climbing wall. It looks like there is a ton of stuff, and I don't know how big that church is. I guess I could have looked it up, but like it just seems like if they're having like this big of an event, then I would assume that they probably have a huge congregation, or definitely like have a lot of people who are interested in coming to this. And once again, I think that that event will probably be a lot of families, so I think that's where I will really thrive. And I think it's kind of like a longer one. I think it's like 10 to 4, so I think that's going to be good, and it's close to my house, so I like that. That's definitely going to be a good change of pace. Same with like the Baldwin Park one, that's really close to my house too. So I like that I'm going to be close by and I don't have to travel a lot. I'm also going to try to like limit some of the usual things that I bring. Like I think I'm not going to bring my like embroidered adult t-shirts, like the Made for Sunny Days and the Always Be Kind, because those aren't huge sellers. So I definitely want to make room for kind of like my my kid stuff and also just my holiday items in general. So I'm gonna also do that. And then on Sunday, my event is called Light Up Sodo, and essentially it's kind of like, there's this one event that I've been trying to get into called Milk Mart, and it's in the Milk District here in Orlando, and it's a huge event, but I think it's kind of more like alternative stuff, and I guess you wouldn't consider my stuff to be like alternative. So it's kind of like alternative and kind of like cool, hip, groovy stuff, and I guess that's not really my vibe. I guess I'm not cool and hip. But I did get into this thing that is done through the same people, but it's not in Milk Mart. It's called Light Up Sodo, and it's going to be in the Sodo district, and I'm not like super familiar with that, but it's going to be in the shopping center where like I think the Super Target is. And actually, now that I think about it, I might know where that is, because I feel like I remember going to a Super Target when we visited Florida before we moved here back in like, I think it was September of 2019 when we came to visit. We went and we looked up like best pizza in Orlando, and like on Yelp it was this place, and we went to it, and turns out it was just like a chain, just like a normal like pizza chain, but for some reason it was like ranked #1 on Yelp, and I was like, oh, we're going to some like mom and pop shop, and it was not. It was like, I don't remember the name of it, but it was not a local establishment, and it was right beside a really, really big Target. So maybe that's close to where I'm going, or maybe there's just a lot of really big Targets in Orlando. But so I'm going to that event, and that's supposed to be kind of like a kid event too. They're gonna have like Santa Claus and just like a kid play area, and like I'm in the kid play area on the map, so that's really good. I think that that's also gonna be a good one. That's also a big reason why like I'm focusing a lot on the toddler and kind of like youth apparel, is because like I think that a lot of the events that I have coming up are very like family centric, which is where I excel the most, I think. But yeah, so that is all that I have going on this weekend. And kind of a funny thing, I applied to this one market like a long time ago, and I never heard back, and you know, I just like said, okay, whatever, like that's all it is. And they sent an email yesterday that was like, oh, like, you know, there's room like on like the wait list or something like that for this event on like December 10th. But then I got an email immediately following that was like, you're in. So I was like, oh. So I don't know like what the deal with that is. So I went ahead and paid for that, and so I'm gonna actually have 3 markets next weekend, I think, too. And I'm a little bit nervous about that, mostly because it's like that one that I applied to is called like the Friendly City Flea, and it's a town called Bradenton, Florida, and it's about 3 hours away from me, and the market itself starts at 10. So yeah, so I have to leave here to like get set up probably at like 5 a.m. and like thankfully I'll have like my car already car already packed, so hopefully that will make it a little bit easier. But I really just thought, like, you know, I just got to do it. And like also the reason it's kind of nerve-wracking is because I have a big whimsy market the night before, and it's 2 hours away, and it goes until 9. So I'm gonna be like in and out, so I'm gonna have to like try to fall asleep immediately as soon as I walk in the door. So I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I definitely thought it was a good idea to try to get another holiday market in. So I'm hoping it goes good, because it's going to be really annoying if I go through all that trouble of sleep deprivation and a long drive to come up empty-handed. But I think that it's going to be good. I was looking at their Instagram, and there is a person that I follow who I think follows me too, Folksy Love, and she's on their Instagram like a lot, so I think that that's good, and I trust her judgment. So yeah, that's pretty much all the news I have, and I'm all done getting the jump threads and all of this like cut out. I just have like I said, like 3 more, I think, yeah, I have 3 more of the youth sweatshirts. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that, and I probably am gonna sign off for tonight with that because I really want to finish packing my bins and embroidering. So I probably won't talk to you until tomorrow. So I will see you tomorrow. Happy Friday. So I got everything done that I needed to be ready for the markets this weekend, and I thought I would show you a little bit of a tragedy that happened last night. I don't even know what happened, but on the last sweatshirt that I was gonna do last night before calling it, I left the room and I let it just like go while I was doing other stuff, and then it was all done. I came back in here and I guess like the tension on my first needle got like off or something, and it may be like kind of hard to tell on camera, but my bobbin tension, not my bobbin tension, but my needle 1 tension was like off, and you can see like the bobbin thread on top. So pretty much I wasted this sweatshirt, the thread, the backing material, and my time on the machine because this is unusable or unsellable. I mean, and my boys could wear it, but the problem is this is a youth large, so it's gonna take them a second to get to be big enough to wear this. And I guess I could put it in the oopsies, or I can donate it. I might do that. But yeah, it's just kind of frustrating, but you know, you win some, you lose some. So I just had to like kind of play with the tension of that needle today, this morning while my kids were just like chillaxing. So I did that, and I'm all packed up and ready for Ethan to pack the car. But before I leave, right now it's like 1:30 and I need to leave here at like 2:45 because setup for me begins at 3. So for this market, it's really close by, and for this market, the Baldwin Park Community Market, First Fridays, the load-ins of people have scheduled load-in time instead of just like load-in starts at a certain time. It's like certain people based on where they are load-in at certain times. So my load-in window is like 3 to 3:30, and what's kind of funny is I actually had to message the organizer because originally they had me scheduled to load in from like 4:15 to 4:45, and they want you to be set up and ready by 5:25 because the event starts at 5:30. So I'd be like, there's no way I can like get loaded in and ready to go in like an hour. That would like, it's not possible for me to do that by myself. So but they said that's fine, so they just sent out the new thing. I'm gonna be in a different spot than I usually am. I'm usually in front of the cigar bar, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but today I'm not. I'm in front of the like the kids gymnastics area, which is good, I think, in terms of like if people are coming and picking up their kids. And I'm right there. I got a lot of mom stuff, and toddler stuff and youth stuff. But I'm glad. But I've heard that like being in front of the gymnastics area, like sometimes there are like some youths being a little crazy. But I'm very excited to see how it turns out tonight. I'm definitely nervous because like I've said before, I don't usually do that good at the Baldwin Park. I do okay, but not great. So I wonder if tonight will be any different. The weather is actually better than it was last week. There's like no rain and it's not as cold, but it's like not as hot either. So I think it's gonna be really good. But before I start to head out, I thought I would show you what's in my go bag because I've not talked about my go bag in a while. And if I have time after I'm done showing you the go bag, I think I may do a test stitch out of a adult sweatshirt that I want to work on next week. So let's just go ahead and check out the go bag. If you're relatively new to watching me or you don't know what I'm talking about, this is my go bag. And so basically the go bag is, if you watch like, you know, like prepper shows, they have like go bags for like if the world is ending. They have a bag that has all their important stuff that they want to take with them. So this is my craft fair go bag. So I will start with what's in the main pocket. And if you notice, this also has like my logo on it. So this is one of my sample bags for a potential like diaper bag in the future, but I don't know if it's gonna pan out. I don't know if it's gonna work out continuing the diaper bag stuff. Maybe I'm considering doing like smaller backpacks instead of the diaper bags. So maybe this will be like a smaller backpack print, but right now this is a Bailey exclusive and only I have it. So when you first open it up, I've got my money bag, and my money bag has in it, it obviously has my cash, my Shopify POS thing, and then I also keep like my wallet stuff. And then in the back of my money bag, I've got in this little secret zipper pocket, I have some of my business cards that I used to give out that are also my hang tags. They're like that. And then I have my new business cards that actually have like my email and my information on them. And then after that, I have my, what's this called? Toolbox. So I got this toolbox at Sam's Club a while ago for like 20 bucks. And in my toolbox, in the top, I've got all my screws and everything. I've got more of my business cards. Let me let the air out of this one. That's what I've got in the top. And then in the pull-out drawer, fix that. Sorry about that, friend. And then in the first pull-out drawer, I've got my tag labels, some hair attached to a label. And then I've got these little Velcro things. I've got all of my pins. Let me hold this up so you can see it. I've got all my pins, and then I've got some more hang tags. So yeah, so that's what I have in that one. And then the bottom drawer of this, I just have all of my tools and like my hole punch and stuff like that. It has like scissors and screwdrivers and everything like that. So that stays in the go bag. And then at the bottom of the go bag, I've got my inverter and a battery already in it. And then I've got an extra battery to power my inverter. And that inverter powers my lights and anything that I need to charge. And then I have some Tylenol. I'm more of an Advil girl, but my husband has high blood pressure, so I get this. And then I usually have my duct tape and my painter's tape. I took my painter's tape out, so I actually need to go get that and bring that back over here. And then, pull that out. And then, so that's everything that I keep in that pocket. So let me just go ahead and repack real quick. And then I actually don't keep anything in this pocket, or at least I don't think I do. I've got like papers in here. I've got paper and I got an Orlando Local Maker sticker. Yeah, so I don't really keep anything in there. And then in this zipper pocket, I keep my camera charger. And then I've got my little phone and camera thing that I use when I film like high up shots. And then I've got actually 2 little phone adapters for that. And then I also have an extra scrunchie. And then it looks like I've got some trash in here, so I'll go ahead and just throw that away. And then I've also got a pin. I'm gonna take this pin out of here. I got this at that Mobe thing. It's like a spine pin. And then I've got a little extra rope. And then I've got 2 things of chapstick and cement. Those are kind of just random things that I got along the way. And then in these final 2 pockets, I keep my, this is like the iPad charger, and this also charges the Shopify POS, but I'm not bringing my iPad anymore, so I don't really super need it. And then, very important, hand wipes. And then I also usually keep my phone charger, but I'm charging my phone right now. And that's all I keep in that one. And I don't think I keep anything in this front one usually. Sometimes I'll put my keys if I don't have pockets. But I also have my sunglasses just in case I need them. So yeah, so that is everything that I keep in my go bag generally. And I mean, obviously, like if there's something else that I need, I'll put it in here. But this is generally what I keep in here on a weekly basis. And if I need to like add anything or take anything away, I do. But yeah, so I need to go find my painter's tape and put it in here just in case I need it. Like I was just saying, before I head out, I want to do a test stitch out of a design that I want to work on next week. So I went ahead and set up my Mighty Hoop station with my really big hoop because it's going to be a big thing across the chest. So I've got that set up, and I'm going to hoop 2 pieces of cutaway, and then I don't know if I want to do just like a piece of fabric or if I want to do this like extra shirt that I use when I do stitch outs. So I'm just going to go ahead and hoop the stabilizer and hoop the shirt and show you my new design. new design. Let's go ahead and get it out. And I think it's gonna look super cute. Okay, so there is the design. It says in my mom era. Super cute. And then what I'm gonna do is put it on these sweatshirts, like the cream ones. So I'm wondering what color I want the thread to be. I don't know if I'm gonna go with black. I think I'm gonna go with maybe like, I'm wondering if I should just do like a darker cream, like if that would look good. I wonder if I should just like cut this out. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut this out. Easy peasy. So imagine this, but like right there. Cute. I think that looks good. So let me show you a little closer up. So yeah, it would be on this color. I don't think I'm gonna do it in the black. I'm wondering, yeah, if I should do it in like a darker cream color, kind of like a two-tone, or maybe like, I'm wondering if white, maybe. I'll have to think about it. Maybe I'll look on Etsy and kind of see what other people do in terms of like what they think looks cute on this color. But yeah, I think that that's gonna be super duper cute. And on that note, I'm going to end this vlog on the stitch out, and the next time you see me, I'm going to be vending at the Baldwin Park First Friday Market, so be sure to wish me luck. I really hope you liked this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to see more behind the scenes small business content and craft fair related vlogs. And the next time you see me, I'll be doing 3 whole markets. So yeah, so I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.